Let's now talk about the markets in Nigeria. Of course, over the last few trading sessions, we've seen significant upside momentum. That cooled off a little bit today after a strong start to the trading day that saw the All Share Index climb to over 40,000 points. Moderate losses in Dangote Cement and other counters limited gains at the close of the trading session. The NSE All Share Index today rose by 0.14% to 39,453 points. We'll be discussing the trading day and investment opportunities with Baba Ibrahim. He's standing by on the line. He's the managing director at Main Street Bank Securities. Baba, thank you so much for joining us. I guess some people are getting a bit ahead of themselves. When we think about the market's recent performance, it's really largely a Dangote Cement story, but clearly it has been quite exciting the last couple of sessions. Today it cooled off a little bit simply because Dangote Cement fell back a little. Your thoughts on the current market trend?
Yeah, quite frankly, Wale, as it stands right now, Dangote Cement actually commands well over 45% of the market cap, to date. And we've seen Dangote Cement running high up to as high as close to 221 naira before coming down to 208. I think that the reason behind this momentum leap is not unconnected with the fact that they're actually branching out, opening up new business lines. They are going into the refinery, in the field. I think that the market has actually, witnessed, monumental leap over the period of time that we're talking about right now, Wale.
What do you think is coming up next, though? Like I mentioned, we've seen a moderation of those gains today. Do you anticipate the market taking off again? Because many people point out that the banking sector hasn't really been involved in this recent rally.
Yes, if you look at the rallies in the banking sector, I think they are about cooling off right now, and the agricultural sector seems to be taking the lead. If you take a look at all the key four stocks that are listed on that sector, they all closed maximum for today. Okomo oil did maximum. We saw Presco doing maximum. In fact, it's interesting to note on Presco is the fact that their full year results, which the market has not actually disseminated very, very well, is the fact that it was so astronomical, moving from 1.7 billion to well over 3.5 billion. I think that result is quite remarkable, and that's why we're saying it running 33. And I think that down the line, you're going to see it running well over 40, because the key watchers of this market are looking at the value inherent in this stock in future. We're seeing livestock doing a new year high of well over close to 5 naira. This is unprecedented.
Right.
The market right now is on a different level as we speak right now.
So clearly, quite a few of the agro-allied or agri companies are doing well in this season where reform is in the air for the agri sector. Of course, there are reports about some really comprehensive reforms in the cocoa industry. So perhaps many people are buying into that reform story. Your thoughts about the attractiveness of some of these companies?
Yes, the key point now is the management. You need to have sound, management in place to be able to drive whatever reform that is taking place. Quite clearly, we're all aware of the fact that in recent time, government intervention funds actually, trickle down to that particular sector. And I think we have some management in Komuhoi, in Presco, as well as the new management in livestock. That is translating to renewed, profitability in these businesses. Profitability naturally goes with, performance, and that would definitely trigger the price to a new high. I think that the sector is actually taking the maximum benefit of the government intervention policy to actually move their business to a different level altogether. I think it's quite commendable, and we'll see more of this as we go down the
All right, if you never end this without talking about the banking sector and your thoughts about the fact that the banking sector, like I mentioned earlier, hasn't really participated in this recent bull run. And I want to get your thoughts about the attractive stocks in that sector.
Week in, week out, I keep talking about Sky. Sky, not too long ago, the full year result, they actually paid 50 cover. And as we speak, it's doing 495 cover. That is trading at a discount. Sky has a lot of prospect, has a lot of appreciation fundamentals going for it. I equally think that GTB has not actually maximized its potential. GTB is still oscillating between 28.50 down the line. GTB has a lot of mileage to run through. It's one stock you need to put your money into GTB as a speak.
Okay, what about First Bank and UBA, the other tier one names in the market?
Yes. In fact, Zenith Bank and First Bank are two other stocks that was actually coming to in terms of the pack. They have strong fundamentals, they have strong trajectory, and we should expect that Zenith Bank will record a new year high as before the Q2 space. The same goes with First Bank. I'm marvel that First Bank is coming down. I think that this signals opportunity for new layers of entrance into First Bank. This is the best time to lock into First Bank and see how it goes, and that hop down the line.
All right, we're expecting that next week WAPIC Insurance should be opening a rights issue. We haven't seen a public offering just yet this year. What are your expectations about the primary market going forward?
Yes, we are conscious of the fact that the market is being awash with right issues coming in. We saw the fact that Transcorp is about to close its right issue for tomorrow, and that a right issue will no doubt be oversubscribed. The same goes with WAPIC. Don't forget the fact that WAPIC has a lot of strong bondage with Access Bank. That is a strong branding that is going to go for WAPIC. I think WAPIC rights will be a sellout. If you ask me, they have good structures in place, they have good dynamics management, and I will not be surprised that it should be maximally oversubscribed as we go down the incoming week.
Now, what's your feeling about small caps, though? A lot of people talk about liquidity being an issue if you're playing in that space. Your thoughts about opportunities in that space?
Small cap, you don't look at small cap in isolation. You have to look at the small cap in the potential they have for you down the line. Small cap, most of the small cap we have seen do not seem to have the capacity to be able to grow their business to a remarkable level where the shareholders will begin to see renewed interest in most of the stocks. Most of the small cap stocks are actually in the insurance sector and a couple of other sectors. I think that for now, the level of attractiveness of the small cap stocks are a little bit low because, if you don't expect anything from those low cap stocks, you don't go into it. You don't go into stock because of their low cap stock. You need to go into it because you are expectant of the fact that this low cap stock could give you dividend or could give you capital association down the line and could give you some monument that will translate to profitable business venture. I think small cap is one sector that's a little bit like being skeptical or being wary of in investing in. But down the line, we see initiative coming into those sectors.
All right.